Hi, this evening we're coming to you from West Virginia, just atop the new River Gorge, and I'm here with Dr. Michael Gyves, who also happens to be my father. So, he is the oldest member of his gym in Shaker Heights, Ohio. So, Dad, how old are you?
82.
And how long have you been climbing?
So, how long have I been climbing? I've been climbing half my life since I was 41. Sort of on and off. You know, it wasn't constant. It was intermittent because I had a job, and that and other things interfere with my being able to take trips with you and climb. But we had our trips.
Yeah.
We had our fun. We had our epics.
Yes, we did. One of them was here at the new River Gorge. One or two of them.
Yeah.
I remember we came home and you hadn't smoked in decades. And we were sitting in the plant room in front of the TV with Mom. And you're sitting on the floor. And she asked about how the trip was. You reached over and took the cigarette from her and took a drag. It's like, that good.
Well, yeah. Well, you got me started. You were at summer camp the summer before your 15th birthday. You got home just before your birthday and asked for some climbing gear for your 15th birthday. So we went out and we got you some webbing, a few quick draws, a few carabiners, a stitch plate.
Yep.
And I don't think we even had a pair of shoes then.
We didn't.
No, our
we
shared. We
wore
sneakers. Yes.
It was on. It was either rhododendron or laurel. A year or two later.
Yes.
That your grandma was out with us at the Gunks, and I was slipping off the starting foothold with my running shoes that the black rubber had worn off, and I was on the foamy rubber underneath, and it was just sliding off. And Grandma said, "That's it. I'm getting you guys climbing shoes." We got our first pair of climbing shoes,
which we shared for a long time. But initially, we didn't have harnesses. We tied harnesses with webbing, and a stitch plate was the thing then for belaying.
And a locking D.
Yes.
Locking D carabiner.
And we started out at a local area, Whipp's Ledges, which was at a Cleveland Metro Parks.
Mm-hmm.
And then we found out there was a place right close to home, about 3-4 miles away, which was the local. We call it a gorge. They call it ravine.
The Roxborough Ravine or whatever.
Yeah, and it had sandstone cliffs about 30 feet high. We did a lot of work there.
Yep.
That was good. But since then, we have been all over the country. Some exciting trips.
Yeah.
Some epics. Well, I guess we did most of our, until you got into college at the academy. Our trips as such were mostly at the Gunks because Grandma had a home up there. There's about a 35-minute drive from the Shawangunk Mountains. And we cut our teeth there. And as you say, we got our first pair of climbing shoes, which we swapped for whoever was climbing.
Before it was in vogue for people to take off their climbing shoes after getting down from the climb, we were taking off our climbing shoes because we had to hand them off to the next person so the one who just climbed could belay and the one who belayed could put on the shoes and climb.
Yep.
Nice pair of high tops, Spanish.
Then you went to the Air Force Academy, and we did lots of climbing at the Climbing of the Gods. But we did take some other trips in Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Shelf
Road, Turkey Rock.
I sandbagged you. I put you on a 10 and told you it was you.
And that was at Shelf Road.
You wouldn't have gotten on it if I told you what it was, and you did it.
You handed me the rack and said, "Okay, Dad, go." Did it. Got down and said, "What was that?" You said, "It was a 10." "Why did you do that?" He said, "You said that was the easiest climb here." It's true, it was.
I think there was a 9. There was a 9. We did garden. Yeah, we did some stuff at what was it? Turkey Peak, Turkey Rock,
at
the South Platte. 11 Mile Canyon,
Oh, yes.
where you went marlin fishing with my roommate. Remember Jay? You
Jay?
climb up 6 inches and fall 2 feet, and you're just reeling them in all the way up.
Some of those things I've blocked from my memory. But yeah, and of course, during your career in the Air Force, every time Mom and I went to visit you, we got a little time out to go climbing. So we climbed everywhere.
Then my sponsor, Clara, would ask, "What time do you guys expect to be home for dinner?" And then she would add about 2 or 3 hours to our estimate.
Well, that was because we usually got lost on the approach.
Yeah.
And I remember working our way through boulder fields at
Cochise
Cochise Canyon.
Yeah, Cochise Stronghold.
Cochise Stronghold. Yeah,
Dragoons.
Cochise Stronghold. That was at the which
I think it was on the west side. It was on the west side. Yeah, and you said, "Oh no, the trail goes this way." And you said, "No, where we're going is that way." So we bushwhacked, and then we figured out, well, there was a reason the trail went the other way. It came back around, but we went over a bunch of boulders and domes to get to where we wanted to go. I think it was Popeye Crack in that area. There was some snow on the ground, and we had our fun. And we did Cochise again on the east side for Beanfest.
Beanfest, yes.
And we had a little group there. We had Rory Sutton with us. We all got beaned.
Yes. And then let's see, when you were out at Naval Postgraduate School.
Yeah, in California.
In California, we got up to the Pinnacles, I think it was. A little there. And you were down at Georgia, Brunswick, Georgia, at the FLETC, Federal Law Enforcement Training Center.
Yeah.
So I met you down there, and we took a week to climb in.
We hit
Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. In Tennessee, we hit the Tennessee Wall, Chattanooga, and Foster Falls.
Foster Falls. We did Lost Wall in Georgia. And you complained about me placing a number 3. And you warbled about, you always place the heaviest piece at the bottom of the climb. And I said, "Dad, it's not even a number 4. It's a number 3.
It's hard for me to remember where you placed the number 3 or the number 4 because it was just expected."
Yeah. Well, as soon as you started complaining about that, I got up to the roof, took off a few pieces I needed, put on my harness, put a stopper at the lip of the roof, took my rack off, hung it on the stopper, and climbed on up because you complained. I was nice enough to lower the end of the rope down so I could haul the rope up when you got to the roof. That wasn't, I guess, the first time I did something like that, like the number 4 on the ledge in the Garden of the Gods.
Well, those were good times. We still have good times, although I will say it's a little tougher on me now, a lot tougher on me now.
Yeah, well, these approaches haven't been exactly kind.
This isn't the first time that you've taken me places where the approaches have just killed me. I mean, these approaches are punishing.
Yeah.
And sometimes the approaches are terrifying and punishing.
Yeah, like Ozone Wall.
Yes.
In Washington State, where the trail just kind of dissolved under your feet.
Right. It was all vegetation. Nothing substantial. But I can still have fun.
We climbed to Smith Rock together once too. We went out to Bend.
Yes. That's right. We went out to visit somebody in Bend and to climb Smith Rock. I didn't do anything notable, although we took some fancy pictures.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did. We're working on To Bolt or Not to Be. We did the first 2 moves and took some hero photos. We're still working on it. Haven't quite dialed it in yet. But we got off the ground. It's a project.
Texas. We climbed Texas. Enchanted Rock. That was the first climbing after a 7-year break for me because I had shoulder surgery and back surgery. And so after we climbed at Enchanted Rock, Mom had an appointment for her shoulder with the same surgeon. So I went with her and I took some photos from Enchanted Rock and showed them to my shoulder surgeon. He thought it was terrific. Most surgeons would scold you, but he said, "Oh, this is great. Can I have these pictures?" Yeah. Now, if my back surgeon knew that I was doing this, he would disown me.
Yeah, well. What's your favorite place to climb?
The Gunks.
Yeah.
The Gunks because, well, of course, the approaches aren't bad. That's one reason. But it's just such a variety, and there's just so much at any grade. You go to many places and you can find, 2 6s, a couple of 7s, and then on up from there. The Gunks you can do 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, and it's all trad. It's all trad climbing there, which is fun.
You got to carry all that gear, though.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the 5.4s, the 5.5s, the 5.6s are pretty stiff.
Yeah, they're pretty stiff. Well, we went there last year after a 20-year hiatus from the Gunks.
Yeah.
And I got on some climbs that used to be simple for me. I mean, climbs that I could lead before, a 5.7 that I was able to lead before, I struggled on it on top rope. And then the 5.5 horseman, that used to be a piece of cake. It beat me up.
Apparently, I took the wrong variation, though. The lady who was waiting in line to climb it after us said that I dragged you up a 5.8 variation. Although the comments in Mountain Project said it's just a 5.5 plus, so take it with a grain of salt. But, those climbs have changed. I think they're more polished than they used to be because I think more climbers have been on those routes since you and I last climbed them than had climbed them all the years prior to when we started climbing them.
That's probably true.
They got gyms in New York City. The number of climbers in New York City has exploded, and people are just in line on those every day of the week. And you can remember, you talked about one of the holds on Laurel and said, "Oh my gosh, I remember that one used to be a little more, edgy, and now it's rounded on the lip." I can't remember that. I can't remember Beta as soon as I get down, but you remember it from 20 years ago. You remember the specific holds.
Well, yes, because there were holds that were, thank God, holds, and they aren't anymore.
Now they're, oh my God, holds.
Mm-hmm.
Any words of wisdom for the young pups watching?
Don't set your sights too high. Don't discourage yourself. If you're trying something and you can't do it, that doesn't mean you're a failure. That's what it's all about. It's about working to the point of failure and then coming back to work past that. Just keep at it. Keep at it. Don't say, "Oh, gee, I quit. I can't do it." Say, "I quit for today, but I'll be back tomorrow to complete this."
All right. Thanks, Dad.
Thank you, Cliff.
All right.
Oh, Clifford, you want to be formal and introduce me by my title? Then I'll call you Clifford.
You can call me whatever you want.
But in this situation, I'll call you Cliff.